go to www.mygov.com.au and you will be able to see this screen. Now enter your username or email address and your password, then sign in. If you have already linked your MyGov account to Australian Taxation Office, then click on Australian Taxation Office tab. Otherwise, you have to link your ATO account. Previously, when I linked my ATO account, I had done via phone calls. I have already linked my MyGov account to ATO, so I will click the ATO now and it will redirect me to ATO website. Now we are on ATO website. There are 4 tabs on ATO website: tax, super, employment, and my profile. Now if you scroll down below, you will be able to see find my TFN, find my present reference number, manage tax refund, coronavirus, early release of super, update contact details, and view my income statements. Before starting your tax lodgement, you need to make sure your account is ready for tax lodgement. In order to check that, you need to go to view my income statements. If you see green colored tax ready button, then it's ready to be lodged. Now we need to go back to tax tab and click on lodgement income tax option. If you go inside, you can see not lodged option where you see the status is due and assessment is original. Click on prepare and go to next page. There are 4 steps here in tax lodgement. Step 1, contact details. Step 2, financial institution details. Step 3, personalized return. And step 4, prepare return. In step 1, contact details, you are able to recheck or fill up all your contact details. Your details are email address, mobile number, residential address, and postal address. Your email will be used to send you an email receipt of your lodgement, so make sure enter the correct information. If you are sure your details are correct, then click next. The second step includes financial institution details such as your banking details, that is account name, BSB number, account number, and institution name. It is important you provide your correct financial institution details as ATO will pay tax refund to your listed account. Again, if everything is correct, click on next. The third step includes personalized return. There are a few questions you need to answer on this page. Number 1. Were you an Australian resident for tax purpose from 1 July 2019 to 30 June 2020? The answer is yes. You are an Australian resident for tax purpose if you are lodging a tax return. Number 2. Did you have a spouse at any time between 1 July 2019 and 30 June 2020? Here you tick yes or no based on your situation. If you had used ATO My Deduction app, you can upload your statement here. If not, let's move to another question. Now the other questionnaires, you need to tick the option as per your circumstances. In the third option, you had Australian interest question, you need to tick on interest as you get interest on your saving account. Rest of the accounts again depends on your situation. If you have an AVN, then you need to tick right on the option you are a sole trader or had businesses, income or losses, partnership or trust distribution. But now I don't have AVN, so I don't tick right. The other areas you need to tick right is on question you had deduction you want to claim. The options 1 and 2 will be appropriate for all, that is work related expenses and gift, donations, interest, dividends and the cost of managing your tax affairs. Once done, recheck one more time before you go to next page. If everything is correct, click next. Step 4 is the place where we can include all the work related expenses. First, recheck if your interest is correct, add or edit if needed. Second, go to deduction tab and click the add or edit button. If you are unsure what kind of expenses you can add or the respective threshold for your occupation, You can visit respective occupation guide in ATO. Before you start adding expenses, make sure you have all the receipt for the same because ATO may call you for their supporting document and at the time you should be able to provide it. If you do not have supporting documents, make sure you just add below the threshold amount. Tips here are: if you have a multiple jobs, then you can claim travel expenses between two jobs. But if you cannot, claim the travel expenses from home to work or work to home. For laundry, clothing, and dry cleaning, if your employer doesn't provide you a laundry allowance, then you can include detergent expenses, the clothing expenses, or your work shoes. Once done, recheck all the tab, then press save and continue. This way, you can add all the expenses. In the final stage, click Prepared Myself if you lost your own tax return and click Yes if you need to lodge your tax next year. Click No if this is your final return and you are not staying in Australia. Now, click Calculate and you will be able to see your tax return amount. If you are 100% sure that all the information are correct, then press submit. I hope this simple video will guide you through the tax return process. I wish you all the very best to get as much as the return amount. If you liked my content, consider subscribing. Keep in touch and see you soon. Bye bye.